If you're buying a new road or mountain bike in 2023, one of the big choices you have to make is a group set, and your main options are Shimano or SRAM. But what about Campag, you say? Well, we'll talk about Campag later in the video. So, Shimano or SRAM, which is best for you? I ran a poll on my YouTube channel, and Shimano is a clear runaway favourite with all of you, but how to get to the point? So Shimano is the biggest group set manufacturer by far and easily the most dominant, and they've been in the business for over 100 years. And that means loads of experience and expertise. And it's likely that loads of you watching this have only experienced Shimano on bikes during your life as a cyclist. Compared to all that, SRAM is a young upstart and tried to muscle into the market back in the 90s, first with mountain biking and then its first road bike group set dubbed Make the Leap in the early 2000s. Now, the path of both companies over the years has been quite different. Shimano launched into the road cycling market in the 1970s, a time when Campagnolo really dominated the scene. This was a real shock to the traditional road cycling market at the time, but the impact was significant, and over the following decades, Shimano would rise to dominate the pro cycling peloton, and today it's the most common sight. I doubt anybody saw that happening back in the 70s when they first arrived on the scene. SRAM, however, have taken a very different path. Founded in the late 80s with grip shift for road bikes, which were soon modified for mountain bikes, and followed by their own rear mech, the ESP, with a unique, for a time, one-to-one cable actuation. And the US company sought a very different route to competing with Shimano. Now, rather than develop each product itself, it instead acquired companies already popular in those categories. So it bought German brand Sachs for its chain and gearing technology, RockShox for mountain bike suspension products, Avid for brakes, Truvative for crankset, and Zip for wheels, and later Quark for power meters. With these acquisitions, SRAM was finally able to market a complete group set, and the dream was fully realised in the late 2000s with Force and Rival, and followed a year later by Red, its flagship group set for the road bike market. These were 10-speed, mechanical shifting group sets and gave us double tap, a brand new way of shifting gears. And just like Shimano in the 1970s, so too did SRAM seek an aggressive approach to carving a slice of the European road cycling market by sponsoring as many teams as it could, because race success is marketing gold. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a super quick history lesson of how two brands enter the road cycling market. In more recent years, we've seen both companies trade blows when it comes to product development. A key difference between the two companies is how SRAM is a lot more ambitious and aggressive when it comes to new product launches and bringing those new products to market. While Shimano was first with electronic shifting, Di2, SRAM went fully wireless with its first electronic group set, ETAP. SRAM was also quicker to embrace one-by on the road bikes, quicker to do disc brakes, and also quicker with a gravel bike group set. SRAM just seemed to fast-track new ideas to market much quicker than Shimano, who seemed rather more conservative and cautious, as evidenced by GRX, its gravel bike group set, being at least a couple of years late and behind SRAM. And Shimano, as good as they clearly are still way too pro-race focused in my mind. Now, SRAM recognised this and the need of the average cyclist, you and I, and mere mortals, and that's reflected in the wider range of gearing options on their group sets, from wide range cassettes to 1x and 2x, and being able to mix and match their road and mountain bike group sets in a way you just can't with Shimano. Through the years, the companies had kept pace though. Both flagship group sets are now 12-speed and electronic with power meter options and hydraulic disc brakes, and both have compatible smartphone apps for customization. And when it comes to price, there's not much in it. A specialized Tarmac SR7 with dual race is slightly more expensive than the same bike with SRAM Red ETAP axis, but they're both very expensive. Meanwhile, at the other end of the price spectrum, it's a completely different story, because SRAM only offers 3 levels of group set, while Shimano has 7 price points, from dual race at the top right down to Claris at the entry level. So that means you'll find Shimano on many more bikes at a wider range of price points than anything with SRAM. One thing both companies do though is trickle down top end tech to more affordable levels, so in the long run everybody benefits. Even people on sub £500 road bikes benefit from dual race and Red eventually. There are small and large differences in how group sets operate and perform, whether it's shifting speed, ergonomics, customization, braking performance, and much more. And you can take a closer look at those differences in this video linked above and down below, in which I conduct a detailed examination of the company's entry-level electronic group sets, Rival and 105 Di2. Definitely worth a watch, as it puts a spotlight on the key differences you need to know about. So with all that said, which is a better group set? In reality, neither is better, because they are both great. I'd happily buy, own and ride either group set, and I do. More subjectively, Shimano has a reputation for being more reliable, but SRAM is definitely quicker to bring out new tech to the market, making it more exciting. And each have their pros and cons, and really which is best for you comes down to personal preference. If you can try both group sets, it's worth doing, because you might find one group set works for you better than the other. Some people like the way SRAM shifted work, and some people like the look of Shimano better than SRAM. It's safe to say, whichever one you choose, you'll have a group set that offers amazing performance and is a culmination of decades of progress. But what about Campagnolo, or Campag, or Campi? It's a sad tale that despite its dominance in the road cycling scene during the golden era, the 70s and the 80s, and a failed attempt to make a mountain bike group set, yes really, and being first with electronic, EPS, and the first at 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12 speed, Italian company really struggled to compete with Shimano's big ambitions to dominate the bike market at all price points, and crucially the OEM market, the original equipment market of group sets being spec'd on brand new bikes at all price points. So that innovation isn't enough, and it's a rare sight now in the pro peloton and on shop floors. It's a real shame. I'd love to see personally Campag being a lot more popular at all price points, not just at the super high end, because these days it's still highly revered by those in the know, but it is mostly reserved for very expensive custom builds. There is, however, hope of a resurgence, because launched 2 years ago, its Eka 1x13 gravel bike group set was a ray of sunshine. Really well received, worked really well. You can see my review linked down below, but it's something the company needs to build on, really keep the momentum going if we are to see Campag as a credible third way going forward. So hopefully you now have a better idea of the differences between Shimano and SRAM, and what happened to Campag, and which group set might be best for you. But let me know which group set is best for you and which you ride right now by leaving a comment down below. Love to hear from you as always. And if you want to see a video comparing SRAM and Shimano, check out the video right here, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button right here. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.